Hi guys, this is Hyunmin Max aka Max. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So we have confirmation right now that Futties will be coming out this Friday. I'm going to talk about the full set investment that I did yesterday, as well as the gameplay deep dive trailer that we have gotten yesterday, right? It was actually brand new. Of course, we're going to talk about the market as well. Now, let's go through the SBCs. So as expected, we got a Fabio Carvalho SBC, 4-star, 5-star, instead of 5-star skill move, 4-star weak foot. He can start as a CM and a right mid. Right, 99 agility, 99 balance. Not gonna complain there. Fantastic pace as well. Right, definitely looks like a very great card overall. Right, he doesn't have any significant traits. So the requirements, just a 84 rated squad as well as a 87 rated squad with one team of the week or one TOTS. In total comes up to about close to 100k based on the market prices itself. Yesterday, we have also gotten your FUT Champs objective, right? Specifically, I want to talk about the minor league ones because the minor league ones are usually the ones that actually cause your market to move a lot. So FUT Champions bonus 5, right? You have to win 4 Champs games, right? With minimum 6 Eredivisie players as well as 6 Prem players. So at the end, you actually get your 85 by 10 itself. Is it actually worth to go and complete this? I would say that it's probably not, because we should be getting shapeshifters in your player picks from Champ Rewards later on this week, right? I'm going to talk more about this in subsequent videos. So anyway, this objective itself, because of that minor league requirement, right, it actually made your Eredivisie cards explode in price, right? There was so much price movement there. If we take a look at somebody like Siemens, he went from 98k before content drop all the way up to 180k, right? Basically, he doubled in price, and it was in a matter of minutes. I saw him going to that price in like 3 to 4 minutes. Even your lower tier ones, right, like your Bergwijn, he went from about 32k all the way up to about 44k before falling slightly down. So what you want to be doing, right, with these cards is always the same. When you see such a huge jump in price for the cards required in your objectives, especially for your champs, smart move is always to take the money. Why? People will start to panic buy when the objective is out. And then when the prices start to fall, they will start to panic sell. Because take note, right, this objective is under champs, so it cannot be done immediately. You have to wait a couple of days itself. So for Siemens, if you see that, you know, his price range is actually capped at 190k, when you see him hitting that, I would say around that 170k mark, you probably want to take your money, right? Because he can't go higher than 190k. That is when you know it's actually time to sell. There will definitely be a lot of price movement within the next few days as we get closer and closer to champs itself. However, you know, I wouldn't really trade with them right now. So we have confirmation from Sheriff yesterday that we are getting Futties, right, this upcoming Friday. So his exact words were, Futties Team 1 is coming this Friday. So some people are actually asking, you know, are we going to be getting brand new cards in packs itself? Because Sheriff is saying, right, Futties Team 1. Traditionally, right, we only get re-release cards in packs. Your brand new cards are usually in your SBCs as well as your objectives, right? Not so much in the packs itself. So I highly doubt that EA will actually change it this year. So we don't have news right now as to who will be in batch 1, right? Let's just call it batch 1. It's less confusing that way. So the market is still relatively stable because we don't know who will be in the re-release for your batch 1 of Futties. The market itself will definitely drop a lot more when we actually get a loading screen and confirmation of which cards are actually re-released into batch 1. So what are some of the content that we will be seeing today? We have confirmation from Sheriff that we'll be seeing a flashback Jamie Vardy. It should be coming later on today, right? If not, then probably tomorrow. Still gonna be a Prem card, even though, as we all know, Leicester has already got renegated. Recently, it seems like, you know, EA loves, you know, your Prem cards. We got your flashback Oba, we got your flashback Team Rim, right? And Vardy is yet another one. So Vardy is always very, very rapid in game. I'm personally a very huge fan of his in real life, and I'll probably complete the card itself. So he has actually already caused some strikers to fall in price. Your level up Timo Werner, right? He was actually at about 340k yesterday, and he dropped all the way down to 314k before dropping further down another 20k or so. Expect to see this kind of a price movement for your other strikers when Jamie Vardy actually get releases, right? Because He's always been a FIFA favorite, right? People actually love to use Jamie Vardy in the game itself. So if you have any strikers that is actually tradable in your team itself, I would suggest to actually go and take the money. So other than Vardy, we will definitely see the refresh of your 85/7 SBC. So with that in mind, what should we be putting our coins in? So for your console players, 87s, 9.3k max, 9k on bid. PC players, 9.2k max, 9k on bid. For your 88s, console players, 14k max, 13.5k on bid. PC players, 13750 max, 13250 on bid. Just go for these two ratings. It's actually very, very straightforward. Now let's quickly move on and talk about moments, right? I want to talk about the price movements of moments itself. So if you are actually watching this video or came into the channel and this is your first ever video on the channel itself, what we have been doing for the past few weeks, right, is just flipping moments every single day. So right now, moments are actually going for about 13k itself. So what you want to be doing to make easy coins is 1 hour and 10 minutes after content drop, go and bid on your moments at between 10,750 to 11,250k max. Once you have won them on bid, you can actually list the cards up straight away at 13k and you make yourself an easy 2k coins there. So that is something that you can actually be doing every single day, right? Bid at content drop an hour and 10 minutes, 11,250 max, sell at 13k, right? It's as simple as that. We have lots of people making lots of coins just by doing this method. Our thoughts itself right now, they're actually at about 30k or so. If you can actually get them on bid at 20k, I say, you know, go ahead and do it. I don't see there being any harm itself, right? However, again, I think that we actually have way better opportunities, right, to invest elsewhere. There are actually lots of better stuff. So, you know, our full send investment was actually your team of the weeks, right? Because the team of the week SBC actually refreshed yesterday. So right now, your discard team of the weeks, you will be able to pick them up very, very easily at 12.5k by now. I already mentioned, right, your team of the weeks will likely drop to about 13k. So right now, they're at about 12.5k. So you can be picking up your discard team of the weeks, right? Try to get them on bid at 11,250 max. Your discard team of the weeks are those rated 83 and lower. So try to get them on bid at between 10,250 to 11,250. You should actually win quite a few. How high will they go up to your discard team of the weeks? They probably will go to, like, I would say 16k very, very easily, right? So try to get them on bid at between 10,250 to 11,250. Now, my favorite ones, it's actually your, you know, 84 and higher team of the weeks. If you guys saw my video yesterday, unfortunately, they are still more expensive. However, we can still make coins for them. So from the way I see it, for your 84 rated and higher team of the weeks, you basically have kind of two options, right? Option number one, go and get your 87 rated and higher team of the weeks at 18k by now, right? That is the absolute highest you should be going, 18k for your 87 rated team of the weeks. And if we actually take a look at the price movement of your 87 team of the weeks, right? They actually go all the way up to about 27k, even as high as, I would say, close to 30k. They might not go up to 30k necessarily, but minimally, I see them going to about 25 to 26k itself. That is your option number one, right? The downside is, of course, I always like to tell you guys the downside. Potentially, he can drop to as low as about 14k, right? So you lose about 4k if he actually drops to that price. Second option, your 85 rated team of the weeks. So go and get your 85 rated team of the weeks, 15k by now, right? Don't go higher than 15k. You should be able to actually get them on bid at about 13.5 to 14k quite easily. So let's look at the upside and downside. So for your 85 rated team of the weeks, right, they actually will go all the way up to about 22k. I've actually sold a Serbi at 22k on a couple of occasions just like 2 days ago. And the downside, how low could he go? He could potentially go as low as 11.5k. So that's like a 3.5k drop. So you have your two options itself. Of course, your third option is the discard team of the weeks that I already spoken about. Those are like almost no risk, right? Because if you get them at 11,250k max, the lowest they can go to is 10k. Worst come to worst, you can quick sell them at 9.8k. Personally, I would just go for your 87 rated team of the weeks. go and get them at 18k maximum, right? So how you want to be doing this is, of course, you can actually go to Footbin and search for your team of the weeks. So this is what I have done. These are all your team of the weeks rated 87 and higher. Right, so 18k maximum, you can actually be able to get them on bid probably at about 16k or so. So if you guys want to, you guys can take a screenshot of all these 87 team of the weeks itself. You can full send this 2 mil, 3 mil, 4 mil, right? Just go ahead and do it, and we'll actually try to sell them, right, within the next 5 to 6 days or so. So let's move on and talk about the EAFC 24 gameplay review trailer that was out today. So what we'll be doing is this. I'll play the video, and then, you know, I'll just talk through it and actually try to explain to you guys in very, very simple terms what this gameplay trailer means, because I know some of you are a bit confused by all the big words and jargon that EA uses. So let's go right ahead. So this trailer was just released yesterday.
Welcome to EA Sports FC 24. My name's Timsy, and I'm joined by 2 experts from the development team behind this year's game, Sam and Cancho. Guys, welcome.
Hey, excited to be here.
Hey, what's up?
Today, we'll talk about the trinity of technologies delivering this true-to-football level of authenticity. Hypermotion V, Playstyles, and the revolutionized Frostbite engine.
Alright, so these are the 3 key elements that they are actually talking about. Hypermotion, Frostbite, and your playstyle, right? I will go one by one.
Let's just go straight into it. It feels like we have to start with Hypermotion V. So tell me, what's the V about? What's new this year?
V stands for the volumetric capture technology. It's a game changer because this is one of the biggest gameplay innovation, and I think the best way to talk about this is to show it.
Erling Haaland! Oh, tremendous goal!
Remember that goal from Haaland against the Dortmund in the Champions League last year? We now have exactly the same motion in our game.
So they're just saying that they will try to put in the game itself what is being done in real life. So in real life, Haaland actually did this move to score. They will have this animation in EAFC 24. That's what they're saying. Right?
Can you believe what we've just seen?
Wait, that is actually incredible.
That's the magic of Hypermotion V. Hypermotion V completely redefines how we go from the real-world matches by using something called volumetric capture technology.
This has been a dream of ours for many years. Having the ability to get motion capture directly from the real players.
Alright, so in simple terms, in layman terms, hypermotion simply means that your player animations in real life will be transferred over to the game itself. So your animations for running, dribbling, shooting, tackling, and in the case of goalkeepers, saving, right? That's all they're saying.
The top players playing in the highest possible competitions, that's been a dream.
Well, how is that even possible?
There is a set of cameras in the actual stadiums all around the pitch, and with these huge matches played in front of the thousands of fans, we'll be able to capture the exact player motion that happens in the real games.
So basically what you're telling me is if it's football, it's in the game. That is incredible. But will these new animations be everywhere across the game?
Absolutely. We're talking about passes, shots, talking about tackles. We're talking about hundreds of new, never-before-seen animations, movements that are even more authentic to the football than ever before.
Especially those world-class actions that only a top player in a competitive match could possibly perform.
Grealish, it's in! A well-taken goal, and no wonder he's off celebrating.
So if Hypermotion V uses volumetric capture from leagues like the Premier League and the Women's Champions League, does that mean these top players are more authentic in the game this year?
Absolutely. Think of Haaland at a full sprint, right? Nobody in the world moves like him.
So we're gonna get a Haaland running animation
to create his
technically
running
we already
style with more
gotten in this year
than ever.
And even more, thanks to Hypermotion V, we essentially gone from a couple of dozen signature run styles to over 1,200.
So
And
more
with this
running
real-world
animations.
Data, it just makes every player unique. And that's what's going into the game. So you play like Man City versus Liverpool, every player is going to be running a bit different.
Absolutely sensational!
That's right. It's not just the stars we had previously in our game, it's everyone on the pitch.
Wow. So what you're telling me is Hypermotion V affects lengthy now.
Lengthy is back, absolutely. With Hypermotion V, we have locked twice as many acceleration.
Because right now in the game itself, in FIFA 23, we have three different kind of motions. We have lengthy, we have control, and we have explosive. This is in FIFA 23. This is what they're showing right now. And then on the screen, they show 7. So FIFA 23, we have 3. EAFC 24, we're going to have 7 different accelerate types, alright?
Archetypes, which means more uniqueness, more differences, like in real life.
That is incredible. And that's just the first big technology.
So let's just go through the 7 new accelerate types up from 3 itself. So this was actually tweeted out by Dong. So previously we have lengthy, explosive, and controlled. Right now in FIFA 23, we're gonna get 4 more. The new ones are mostly lengthy, mostly explosive, controlled lengthy, and controlled explosive. Now to kind of further complicate things, right? We have a mixture. So we have something like called controlled explosive, whereby the player is 50% explosive, 50% controlled. Mostly explosive, 70% explosive, 30% controlled. Controlled lengthy, 50% lengthy, 50% controlled. So you know what all this is just saying is that they're trying to say that we have more kind of accelerate types. In FIFA 23, when this lengthy meta was introduced, right, we all know which one was the most OP. On your new gen, right, your lengthy players tend to be very, very OP because they start off really slowly, but when they actually get up to full speed, they are actually super duper fast, right? Players like Haaland himself. So not to really worry too much about what all this acceleration type means. All this simply means that we are going to be getting a new meta. That's all, right? In layman terms. Let's move on with the video first.
Powering authentic gameplay in FC 24. I know we could talk about it so much more and in great detail, but we have to move on. So let's talk about tech number 2. Tell me about these playstyles.
So to put it simply, numbers can't always explain the things that great players are able to do on the pitch. Imagine Trent's signature whip cross or the
Alright, so playstyles, what they're talking about right now is playstyles.
Takes on defenders with his dribbling, or
and in layman terms, playstyle simply means player traits that we already have in FIFA 23. So some of your player traits that we have in FIFA 23, your finesse shot, your outside the foot shot, dive into tackles, your power header, where your goalkeeper is come for crosses or save with feet, right? So all these are your playstyles, aka player traits, right? This is what they are trying to say.
even Sam Kerr's instinctive style of finishing. So the playstyles really represent those signature abilities, adding that new dimension to the game that goes beyond just the ratings. It's more about the way you play.
Yes, and each of these playstyles will have 2 tiers, playstyles and playstyle plus. So the playstyles are the signature abilities that make players unique, and the playstyle plus takes these signature abilities from special to spectacular.
Amazing. And where did these playstyles actually come from?
Just like Hypermotion V, we are using real-world data to power our playstyles. And we've partnered with Opta to inform certain playstyles to our players so they're as authentic as possible.
Great. So what sort of gameplay boosts are we talking? I know a lot of people will want concrete examples from you, Sam.
Well, there's so many examples to take off. I really prefer to have players who have a defensive playstyles. And those playstyles will unlock a stop ball tackle, a new feature that we introduced in FC 24. Players who will have these playstyles will be able to perform a stop tackle motion. It's an action that will cleanly dispossess the opponent and perfect opportunity to take the counterattack and take the lead.
This is rubbish. So what this guy is saying is, if your player has the stop ball player trait or playstyle as they call it right now, it means that when you tackle, you are very, very likely to win the ball. But we all know, for the longest time in FIFA, we had this problem of whereby when you actually go and tackle the ball just bounces right back to your opponent, right? Even in FIFA 23 right now, you got to put in like 3 tackles to win the ball because the ball keeps bouncing back to your opponent. So EA actually said last year, before the release of FIFA 23, that they would fix the problem. And initially, they kind of did, right? They kind of fixed that problem. And when you actually go in for the tackle, you actually won the ball. However, somehow or rather, they actually released a patch, and the patch actually kind of ruined the tackling. And right now, the tackling is back to default. You have to tackle 3 times before you actually win the ball. I'm highly, highly skeptical that, you know, I will actually win the ball after I tackle, right, in EAFC 24. I hope I'm wrong, to be honest.
And if you have the free kick specific playstyle, so that's going to give you that long
What is this thing called the playstyle and kind of playstyle plus, right? They're just saying that for your traits, if you have the dead ball traits, right, you will be able to kind of see the full trajectory of the ball when you're actually taking a free kick versus no playstyle, right? If you don't have the dead ball playstyle, you can't see the full trajectory of the ball itself. So in layman terms, it's very simple. If you have the dead ball player trait, you're more likely to score as compared to a player who doesn't have the dead ball trait, right?
Longer guiding lines so you can see exactly where the ball is going to go and you can hit it into the top ends more regularly.
Or the power shot. Power shot is a new mechanic we introduced last year, and this year the power shots playstyle really elevates this.
What's the difference, right, between playstyle and playstyle plus? What I'm thinking is if that person has a playstyle plus power shot, it means that he is way more likely to score a power shot as opposed to somebody who just has a regular power shot. You can also take a power shot if your player doesn't have that power shot trait. However, he is definitely less likely to score as compared to somebody who has the power shot trait. It's as simple as that. So right now in FIFA 23, it's the same thing, right? If your player has the finesse shot trait, when you take a finesse shot trait, you're more likely to score. Of course, you can score with players who doesn't have a finesse shot trait when you take a finesse shot. However, they are less likely to score, right? It just simply means that you're more likely to score if that person has a playstyle plus. That's it.
You get faster to the ball, you shoot like a rocket. That's my favorite.
Wow, that is amazing. How many styles?
Alright, in FIFA 23 right now, we have the player traits already, like finesse shot. However, in EAFC 24, it's gonna show up at the top of the player's head when that player is actually using that trait. So take for example, in EAFC 24, when this player, she has the finesse shot trait, when she takes a finesse shot, you will actually see that finesse shot trait pop up at the top of her head, right? So those are what the icons, the white icons at the top of the head, right, signifies.
Are there? Do you have a number?
In total, there are 34 brand new playstyles in FC24, and they cover every aspect. And what I love about the playstyles,
so like in this case, this player has the rapid trait, which I would assume, right, when he's actually in the clear away from defenders, he actually moves way quicker. So when that player is actually doing that trait, it will actually show at the top of the head with this little white icon here. That's all it means.
that's something that will truly define the
To
player.
put it in layman terms, you will be able to see the player performing the traits with the icon at the top of their heads.
Make players more unique and equip them with their true-to-life tendencies and signature abilities. Try to guess if someone has a power header, acrobatic shot, and power shot. Who is that?
I think it's your favorite player, Haaland, right?
Haaland, Haaland.
Haaland! Oh, tremendous goal!
But this isn't in just one phase of the game, right? It's throughout attacking, defending, in midfield, everywhere.
Absolutely. Like, for example, the finesse shot with Son, rapid dribbling with Vinicius Jr., tiki-taka with Jude Bellingham, Marta and Trinity Rodman both has a great playstyles combination for both dribbling and finishing. Basically, all your favorite players will have a unique combination of the playstyles that truly defines who they are.
So are we going to see these play styles in any other game modes?
Yeah, for sure. They'll help you make your pro more unique in clubs. They'll help you create that
So it's gonna be in pro
ultimate team.
clubs?
They'll even allow you to personalize your player in career to make your player play just the way you want them to.
Amazing. So I know I don't have the real world attributes to be a trickster, but I would want the trickster playstyle plus, I think.
It's the Bruiser playstyle plus for me.
You don't look like a bruiser though. You're a lovely man.
I just want to smash people. Nobody's getting by me.
Right, so talking about these playstyles, we already have some confirmation about the playstyles that is actually available. So like I already mentioned, the finesse shot, which we already have, power header, which we already also have, and then power shot, which is something that is new, right? Dead ball and chip shot, those are the new ones. And then for passing, we have tiki-taka, whip pass, long ball pass, incisive pass, ping pass, right? For players like Trent, KDB. So my guess is if somebody has a trickster, right, it means that the skill moves, right, should come off way better. And of course, your first touch, right, shouldn't suck that badly if you have this player trait. But you know, when the servers go bad, it could possibly still happen. Rapid simply means that when you actually do your sprint, right, when you actually hold that sprint button and you tap it 2 times, he will actually sprint way faster compared to somebody who doesn't have this trait. Right? So these are all the ones that I can actually think about. So probably for your passing, right, I would like to think that, especially when you do those crosses, if that person actually have long ball or whip pass in the case of Trent, then it's more likely that the cross would be very, very accurate. Long ball, my guess is probably all the over the top through balls. Those people who love to play a lot of through balls, this would actually, you know, help you. So it'll be really interesting to see something like, you know, if somebody actually has this defending jockey trait, will it make that defender way more OP? And then as for block, we have known for a very long time, right? Defenders like your Kimpembe and Varane, they are all auto defenders. They have their own, you know, unique animations to actually block. So does it mean that we'll be seeing more of such things? And then Bruiser probably means that that defender is very, very strong. So we'll have to see whether, you know, all these things, right, actually come to fruition in the game itself. EA has this tendency to actually kind of oversell things, in my opinion. And then of course we have the rest, right? Physical, the Trivelas, and then for goalkeepers we have quick reflexes, far reach, rush out, cross claimer, footwork, right? Which is something that we already have. So they already mentioned in the video itself that they have added lots of player animations, right? 1,500 players unique animation. So what this tells me is, with new animations means there's gonna be a new meta. So right now, I already used the example of Varane and Kimpembe having their own unique animations. That's what makes them the top defenders in-game. This addition for the animations itself would tell me that we will definitely have new meta players that previously, in previous FIFAs, they were actually, you know, rubbish. But because of this new unique animation, it will actually make them very OP in-game. So we just have to stand by and see which players get this unique animation and which of them, after getting that animation, actually becomes very, very OP. I think this is especially true, right, for your defenders. So for your attackers, you know, players like Dino, he has his own unique animation. That's why Dino always has that gem when you actually do skill moves. So that is something that we can actually look forward to. Let's continue on with the rest of the
video.
video.
Well, that brings us to our third in the trinity of technologies this year. What can you tell the people about the revolutionized Frostbite engine?
So, as people have noticed throughout this deep dive, the world's game has never looked better than it does this year.
The game looks amazing. The players' bodies, their faces, the lighting, the pitch, even the way the fabric on the
So we're
keys
using Frostbite.
wraps and moves around the
Frostbite has
players.
been an engine that
There's
we
so
have
much more
been
detail
using
and
for the
realism in
longest
visual
time, ever
experience
since
we bring
FIFA
this year,
started.
and there's something that I've never
So DDA is called Dynamic Difficulty Adjustment. It's actually there to help lousier players win in-game. So if you guys are wondering why is it that you take 20 shots and you can't score a single goal, your opponent takes 2 shots, he scored 2 goals. That is an example of DDA. It can also be whereby when you tackle the ball 5 to 6 times, you never get it. And when your opponent does it 1 time, he gets it. That is what you call DDA. It's basically to keep players who are of a lower skill level or casual players coming back to play the game, right? Because when they play, they actually have a shot at winning. So we should be seeing DDA still because we're still using the Frostbite engine. And as you guys can see, the gameplay should be really very similar to FIFA 23. I don't expect like a huge change, like a 180 degrees kind of change, right?
never seen before.
Amazing. I know we want to save a bit of these details for the presentation deep dive.
But hopefully, what we've shown already has started to get people excited.
Well, I certainly can't wait to start playing, and thank you both so much for taking us through Hypermotion V, Playstyles, and of course, the revolutionized Frostbite engine.
Yep, so I hope that I've actually talked about all this stuff, right, in as simple terms as you actually can understand, because I know they love to use lots of big words and stuff. So we'll actually be seeing career mode as the review next week. So we'll have more news for your career mode people, right? Some of the things that I want to talk about again is, you know, your accelerate types. Will this be available on old gen or is it just on new gen? Because right now, your accelerate is only available on new gen itself. We don't have it on old gen. So we don't have this news yet. So that's about it for EAFC 24, right? I hope you guys enjoyed that part of the video itself. So let's move on and talk about the profits in the Discord that everybody has been making. So just 2 days ago, people have been selling Team of the Weeks, like I already mentioned, right? Selling at, actually this guy sold way later. He sold at about between 15k to 18k. I was actually selling your 85 rated Acerbi, Kasper Schmeichel for about 22, 23k. Right? If you guys watched my video yesterday, you would have seen. And then we have this member as well. Take a look, 86 D-League, like I mentioned, selling at 25k itself. So if you guys actually want to make coins, it's very easy. You only get the buy prices on YouTube. You want to sell prices, join up the Discord while it's still currently free. Everybody is making coins. So, you know, I was actually selling, like I told you, right, 87 Schmeichel at 25.5k. That's the reason why I favor your 87 rated and higher Team of the Weeks based on everything that is going on right now, based on the market itself, right? Your 86 rated Team of the Weeks, we're selling them at 23k. You know, those are just profits and profits. I actually have a lot more. If you guys don't know, you are new to the channel, I actually made 3.7 mil when I actually invested 4.6 mil in your Team of the Weeks. So that is in yesterday's video. You can check it out if you want to. So Trossard selling for 22k. So, you know, this trading method definitely works. If you want to make coins, join up the Discord while it's still currently free. That's it from me. I don't want to keep you guys here forever. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. And if you guys actually want to make coins, you want all the latest news, leaks, even as far as going for EAFC 24, hit that sub button and I'm out. Alright, take care guys.